Greetings, beautiful soul tribe. Greetings. We have Shahram back here working, so don't mind him. We're in this space of work and inner work. Um, it's kind of crazy to think about this. Well, what I was doing today, I was adding the bills I once had because I was sending them off. I no longer have these expenses. And I was telling Sharam, oh my God, this is what I used to make in a 3D job. And this is what I would pay out with my house, my car insurance, internet, all these finances that were really expensive now that I look at it. So I wanted to share with you exiting the 3D job and how it has really inspired me, and I kind of got a little bit scared. And it's a battle up and down of emotions. Um, so so let's rewind back to when what was it, 2 years ago, guys? I don't know, when the virus was out and people were losing their jobs. They had to make a choice to get the thing or not get the thing. They had to work, to live, to be, to continue their life. And there's just so much stuff going on. So I was very fortunate enough to have a job at that time that allowed me to work from home. There was nothing needed. It was a computer at home, and I worked from home, and it was amazing. So this last job that I had, or the job before, I was there for about 5 years. This job was crazy. This job was full of slavery, and this job was full of a lot of management that was very blank. I mean, not in a bad way, not in a good way. So let's rewind back to this. So we all went home. We were recruiters, so we got to work from home. And during this time, everyone was going through a bunch of chaos and making choices and leaving a job, making choices to stay with their job. And there's just so much madness, I'd say. Madness led to us going inside. They didn't want us to hang out with our family. No hugging, no loving, no attention, no sun, no fun, nothing. Grounded. We were straight grounded. And luckily, I was very fortunate to have lived in America where we were able to still get out. We were able to go to work. We had a piece of paper that said that we were, recruiters, and it was our job. We were hiring truck drivers, and of course, the world needs truck drivers for supplies. Anywho, this job, the more I got out of the energy, work in my own space at home, out of this energy, I started feeling so much emotion of myself. Like, why am I at this job? I started seeing how the people were being treated. My friends, that I've worked with for a long time, and what we didn't see when we were actually in the building. So this building I worked at was such a beautiful building. It was big. It was like a log cabin looking thing. We had doctors across the street. We had a gym and a restaurant inside. So it looked like freedom and luxury. It felt like prison and chains. And I say this with so much love. I'm so thankful for the opportunity I had at that job so that I can learn. And that's why we're here, guys. We're here to learn our path. Why are we here? What we don't want in life, what we do, what we will put up with, and how long we will put up with that. So I'll share with you little bits and bobs of this job. And then I know a lot of us, or you guys, are still in a 3D job or exiting the 3D jobs into your new path of going inside. Some people aren't even working, and that is fine, because you know what? It's freedom. You get to go inside and find yourself. You get to go inside and understand what you love and don't love to do. You get to get creative and then be like, what is this? What is this I made? So this job, I had friends. I had a couple of friends there. They weren't treated very good. This place was a place that was kind of, and I'm gonna be coding this because I just don't want to be. Ah, they were very selective on transferring people to different departments based off of not skill, based off of other things. Um, so a couple of my friends were not promoted to their desired place or even transferred out of our department. Like if you did a great job and you were doing so good, you stayed in that position. You stayed there because you're doing a great job. There is no promotion. You're stuck. And they're like, you're doing good. You're doing great. This is a great money. You're getting paid really good. This is a great place to work, blah, blah, blah. If you leave, you will not get any better. This was a spell. This place was a spell. So anyways, when we started working at home, we were able to see so much in the outside, out of the spell, out of the energy, because places have energy, right, guys? By now, you guys know. You could go to the store, and a store that's like in a certain area, you could feel the energy of the people, and you could feel the energy of the land, right? Okay, so. And sometimes you don't feel yourself. Sometimes you feel loopy. Sometimes you feel confused. Sometimes you feel other people's shit. You can feel the land that needs clearing, the energy of the before time of this now, like of our ancestors, like who walked there, what happened there. So where I worked, it was a place where there was a lot of, once upon a time ago, there was a lot of racism. There was a lot of the three letters that that was part of racism that was there in this place. So the land had this energy. This land had this prison. So anyways, when I went back home to work, I decided to make a change out of this job. I decided I was able to see. I wasn't able to feel or see when I was actually in this environment. I was blinded, guys. I was blinded. Do you guys feel like that at your job? Where you're like, yeah, I go to this job every day. I'm not happy here. I get a great pay. I go home, I'm pissed off. I'm tired. My energy is shit. I don't know why. But then you go take a shower, you get to unwind, you become one with self, and you're all better by the end of the night. You wake up in the morning feeling great, not wanting to go to work. And then it happens again. It's a cycle and we don't realize it. I believe this is a spell that you're in, the cycle that we're breaking out of, you're going to break free from. Anyway, so I started getting these, my light language was getting activated. As soon as I stopped going into this place that was keeping me from my light. A lot of people gossiped, a lot of people talked a lot of shit. But, the friends, we had fun, but the fun didn't outweigh, how everyone was treated. Balance, right? So when I started working at home, I got activated with my light language. I was able to start creating as I'm doing my job. I was doing that job at the time. I was able to be in my own environment. I was like talking to drivers. I was, weaving and doing what I had to, doing what makes me happy. Versus where we worked, we used to have people walk the aisles and make sure that we were on the phones and straight. That's it. That's it. So if any of you guys are in that kind of environment where you're micromanaged, where you're unhappy, you're around a lot of energy that's just bringing you down, a lot of stagnant, low vibe energy, you have to get out. You have to see through, you have to feel and see through the spell. You have to lift yourself up and know that there is better out there. There is. So before I left this job, I ended up helping two of my coworkers get out. They wanted a new job, and At that time, I was making things, and I gave him sachets and stuff, and like, hey, this is going to give you courage. This is going to give you strength. This is going to bring opportunities for you. And I would make these items with love in my heart. I love these people. So they got out. They found a new job, both of them. One got pregnant. She was happy. She actually had a girl. She wanted a girl. She actually had one. And they were free. So then my friend was like, hey, this job's open. You know, you work from home. Still, it pays good. Yes, it did. And the management is amazing. And yes, they were. So I gave my notice to this company. They were pissed. They were so mad. You would think after 5 years, they'd be happy for you. Yeah, you know, good, congratulations. No, they didn't want you to tell your coworkers that you were leaving. And then when you gave a 2 weeks notice, they were like, oh, I'll just take 2 days notice. I was so happy for this. I was like, thank you. I'm so happy. I have so much stuff I can do. And I had so much love. And their behavior was angry. So anyway, I escaped that. And after I escaped this prison that I was in, guys, we feel it in jobs, with people, with places we're living. After I escaped this prison, my light language, my code started coming in, my activations, my intuition started hitting me because I was so stuck in my voice. My voice got better. It did. It did. I unlocked my truth. Before I left this place, I told them how I felt with love. It wasn't like F off and stuff. It was like, look, no one says how they feel, because I told them how I felt and how others were feeling without naming. And they're like, well, why don't they say anything? And I said, because you guys don't listen, and they have PTSD because of that. They didn't like what I had to say, but I spoke up. I spoke up for my friends that were still there, and for the management that pretended to care. And I freed myself because I knew I had blockages. This is a form of blockage, when you have to hold back your thoughts and your feelings and your hurt because of how things are handled, and nobody wants to hear it. You create these barriers within yourself. So after I expressed myself, my voice, I started spitting up kind of stuff, you know, like raspy voice. It felt like I had a lot of allergies. So if you guys are activating your throat chakra, you'll burp a lot and you'll be spitting up gross stuff, and your voice will sound raspy. Mine did for about 2 weeks, but these are upgrades. I promise they're upgrades. So the more you free your voice with your heart and speak your truth with love, the more activated your voice will become. Anywho, so when I got this new job, with my friend, everything was better. I went from being in hell to being in a form of heaven. Real talk. I mean, this is a thing. So how this happened was I know I manifested the opposite of what I did not want. I focused on what I did want. My manager was amazing. The people I worked with weren't drama. They weren't gossip. They helped each other. There was more than enough for everyone. There was not lack. There was no scarcity. So after I got a job there, my guides came in and they're like, you have to help 2 people get out. Your two friends. And I was like, huh? So you have to go with your intuition. You have to listen to your higher self, right? So I got 2 people out of there that were superstars, and they're now working at my old job, making better money. One has his own office. He's promoted to a better position than what he thought he was going to get at our old place, making a heck of a lot more money, probably more money than the managers at our last place were making. And I'm so proud of him because he freed himself, and it worked out because he had to move to a different state where this job was, how it all played out, to take care of his dad who had dementia. Guys, this all played out. It was like the synchronicity. I got the job, and then I'm like, hey, let me help you. And I talked to my boss, like, hey, this is a superstar. He didn't fit our department. He was more qualified for something bigger, like that was his want. And then my other friend got her in and making more money. So we got out of being scared. I know they were scared to leave what was comfortable. Sometimes we get scared to look what else is out there. And back then at that last job, anybody that was looking for a job and they would post it on a job site, there was management always looking at that job site. So if they saw that your resume was out there, they'd find a reason to let you go. How is this real? And how is this okay? It's not. And that's why they lost a lot of their good people. So my friend, who was my manager that got the job, she ended up being a manager too at the other job. Follow me, guys. She wanted to help 2 other people leave this place. And I knew they still had karma to deal with. They had their own karmic cycle that they're not going to go. They're not ready to leave. They had to go through some shit, some cycles and learning, which is okay. We all do. So they almost left. They got a job doing something else at another company with help, but they got scared into staying. How shitty is that, right? It's not just shitty. It's just like, it's an emotion. It's real. This is really happening out there, guys. It's like fear-based imprisonment. So this is where you have to have faith and shine your light and just really stand your ground and follow your heart. Use your heart as a coordinates to where you want to be or the direction you're going. We don't always know where we want to be, but if you follow your heart, you're going to go to where you're supposed to be. You're going to be in resonance with where you are needed, where you're supposed to shine your light. So we're going through all these cycles. Everyone's going through them in their own way, but they have or they are. They have been through it, or they are going through it, or they're exiting out, or they're actually out of the 3D job into the new light of what am I doing? Why am I here? How can I help? So after I got these 2 people a job, I knew it was time for me to go. And I'm so thankful to be a part of their journey. And I know they're grateful for me helping them get a job, but I'm even more thankful for them for believing in me when I was telling them, hey, you're better than this. You don't deserve to dim your light so other people could shine. Shahram, come on over. Let's have a little chit chat. I'm gonna pause it. Let's bring over Shahram. He's so amazing. He lets me. We talk about this stuff. Are you done with your work? He's working on his music, guys. I'll see if I can throw a track back here of something whenever we're done. But come on over. Hold on, guys. Hello, sir.
Voila.
So, as you can hear my rant about exiting this 3D job and the spell that was casted upon me and my coworkers and just trying to find ourselves in our new life.
Yeah.
And going through my old bills, holy crap, versus now I'm like, life is so much simpler, less money, more happiness, and I'm still kind of feeling like, why am I here?
Yeah, that's good though, because we're always going to be searching. We always ask that question: why we're here, what's our destiny, and what is our duty? Right?
Yeah.
So for me, my whole life is a kind of like what I just heard you discussing about the 3-dimensional way of living. It was down to I thought my whole life has been more of a kind of I've always tapped into people knowing they're not supposed to be in a certain situation, knowing they're not supposed to be at this job, or knowing they're not supposed to be with that partner, because you see a difference of their essence, their soul. They change completely. So yeah, my whole life I've always seen, because I have that 6th sense of seeing.
Yeah.
Right?
Your
It's
higher
like,
self comes Very intuitive.
Just like what you do, you know, what you see, how you bring other people out of scenarios into a better scenario because you can see where they deserve, what they deserve and where they belong.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a kind of, my whole life has been like that. Even, everyone. So I think it's, for me, that's my destiny, that's my mission. And where other people might see me as a low class person, but being in that version of not wanting anything around, you know, not needing a car, not wanting to drive, not doing things what other people do, is because I'm humble. I'm humble in my frequency, what I give out to myself.
Yeah.
You know, and Janet, you understand that, you know, if someone tries to pressure me to do something, I won't do it. I just won't do it. You know, I might break out in sweats and everything, like get all embarrassed. But I'm like, no, I'm not doing it, okay? Because I feel like you're forcing me to do something. If it comes out naturally, then it's a blessing because it's natural. It's a natural flow. Yeah. So.
I don't think a low class person because
I don't think low class what other people might see as their version, you know, because wherever they are.
Okay, because we're in Europe, guys. So Shahram he does nothing that's gonna make him stressed because he's probably already been like driving. Here in Europe, guys, when I drive, I get grumpy. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a light worker, but I'm like,
And I see it, yeah. I don't want that. Life's, you know, as harsh as it is, you know, every day with other people's emotions and feelings. So for me, it's a kind of, why would I want to put that into my energy? You know, I've survived my whole life without driving. And I said to Jeanette, I said, the only time I'm going to drive is when you can get the flying cars, when you type in your destination, and off you go, you know, that's the only time. Except for that, it's like, I'm not stressing, I don't want it.
So, guys, let's talk about. I love that about you.
That's just me.
Because he tells me, calm down. He's like, maybe we should just walk. Maybe I'm like, no, I don't want to walk. I want to. Maybe we should just walk. I'm like, no, you know, I push myself to do this stuff.
Yeah.
Look at this beautiful light behind us, guys. This power. It's so much love. So when you exited, let's talk about like breaking the curse of working.
Okay.
Do you remember how you felt? Because I just explained, like, I was like, this job's not for me. It's time. I did my work. It's time for me to go. I saw what I needed. I helped what I needed, who I needed to help. And now I'm here, guys, I'm here in Europe. What the heck? You know, following my heart. So what do you remember when you got out of that 3D working for people? And
see, it's the CBD shop. When I quit the CBD shop, when I come over here to Crete, I come here to get away from the system and grow something down to the pharmacy project I wanted to do, and with my parents' house.
I'm sorry, I hate cutting you off, but I have to give this side note to you.
Does it all the time.
Guys, he is having this project for his mom's land, and where he gets volunteers coming over that help build and clean out the land, and they're getting fed.
Yeah.
And they only have to work for
2 to 3 hours a day.
Yeah. So you get your ticket here to Crete. You can stay here as long as 3 months. And then
if you're not in Europe.
If you're not in Europe already, and you will get provided for a place to sleep and food.
Accommodation, a place to sleep, and good people as well, you know.
And building.
Everyone comes around. Yeah, so it's about just bringing your art and spending 2 hours a day helping the facilities of the area, growing, and then go and see the beauty of the islands. You know, it's not slave labor.
No.
If you can do an hour in the evening, it's up to you, you know. So usually it's me, I'll smash it out in the first couple of hours and then you go on. But that's been put on hold for the meantime, you know, because of circumstances.
Yes. So guys, if you guys may be interested in that, send us an email, and there's lots of great things to do here. We have a lot of friends that are also inviting volunteers. So if it's not Project Shahram, it's other people's projects that they do the same thing here. So it's all building in one. So fast forward. Well,
No, the point we was getting to,
Oh,
we
yeah.
was trying to get to. So when I realized I was out of the three-dimensional way of working is when I was told you earlier on today about the vision, where I walked past a vision and I saw a CBD shop. And so 8 months later, I was opening my own CBD shop. So
8 months.
yeah, so it shows you about the power of the mind and how just one little thought, it was only a little thought, you know, it wasn't something I was dwelling on, think, oh, this is going to be the next bestseller. Well, it is now worldwide.
Yeah,
So it's a really empowering business. But walking past and then actually being and having the shop for a couple of years, then the virus madness kicked in, and then you know I had to close it because of obviously family situations and the situation in the world.
Yeah.
But when I walked past the shop again, do you know what? I felt so good because I thought I'm a citizen. You know, I'm like a normal citizen. I ain't got no stress or pressure on me. And when I walked past there, I was like, oh yeah, it feels good. And that just made me realize that, you know, we don't need to be forced into anything. You don't need to be forced into anything. If something naturally flows with you, flow with it. If it doesn't, then don't do it. And I think that's what's happened to me now in life, down to I'm not going to take anything what's going to be stressed in my mind or my emotions, my experience of life. You know?
Yeah, and you've done a lot of clearing and healing since you've been here. This island, there's nothing, you can't do anything more than just clear when you're first here. I know this firsthand. I've been here for a few months, and I've been clearing a lot of stuff within myself.
Amazing difference.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
And upgrades too.
Yeah.
So, Shahram, you have been clearing since you've been here for how long?
3 years. I keep saying 3 years. I think maybe it might be 4.
Yeah, I think so.
4 years.
Yeah. And so I'm here like, why aren't you clearing it, feeling like you have to clear this energy? And I'm doing it morning and night, guys, but I'm also doing it for the collective as well as my own shit. And this land is just so powerful and beautiful. So it actually bumps me even more than when I was at home to be here and figure out what I want to do. So we've been doing a lot of healing.
Meeting a lot of people, realizing what people we would like to spend time with, and adventuring in new experiences down to our magical gifts. You know, our wisdom, our knowledge, our respect down to others, and respecting their ways of healing.
Yeah, there's different healers here. So after that 3D job, you're like, oh, no, like life is freedom now.
It is, yeah, it is. And, you know, the universe will always provide. I've said that since, you know, maybe 20 odd years old,
always say that.
And it is. And it's down to, you just got to do the good things in life. Just pretend you're just, you know, you're a world helper, you know. And I'm talking about not just humans, I'm talking about every life form on the planet. Just like, you know, when we eat, we save food, we go and give it to nature. These little, minute little moments are creating a huge, massive possibility of the universe of giving back to you. You know, so it's just down to just be that humble human you are. It's not about chasing the rat race. It ain't about chasing or thinking you should be better and better than someone else. It's about you just growing in yourself, inside yourself, and then bringing that love upwards instead of being down, trapped inside you. And that's so beautiful as well, is once we feel love, love is just around us and it will never go away. It never go away.
The animals do feel the, I see this, and he has a relationship with crows.
All animals, not just crows.
Well, what I see here. Yeah. The relationship with crows and ravens. But the crows is what I'm really impressed about, because they'll come up here and they're like, caw, caw. And it's like, oh, it's time to feed them. Yeah. Good. Yep. And then random cats will come around. We're up in this valley, way up high like, I don't know where the cats are coming from. We're like way up there.
That's right, you just need to stand up. Okay. There. Very good. Perfect.
Well, anyway, so we are all with here. So there's cats that come up here, like different ones. Like, where the heck are they coming from?
Yeah, it's just the calling is, you know, when the eagles and
Oh,
the condors, sometimes the condors literally just fly across,
like they're going like this.
and they have a good little look, you know, and I'm like, wow, you know, and I'm like, today's gonna be a good day, you know. So it's about actually feeling the energies that animals are giving back to us, and we receiving back to them. It's pretty simple, but unfortunately, people in the cities, they don't get to do that.
No.
They really don't, you know. They're trapped in the hustle and bustle and rushing and not thinking about the essence of life.
Yeah.
And this is the reason, sorry, this is the reason why I pulled away.
Yeah, no, you
Degrees
did.
to get out of the system. And when I found myself back in the system, I was like, I got trapped. And then having the shop opened the door because I met people who gave me opportunities after the shop closed. So the shop wasn't open, wasn't for no reason. It was there to call in the people who I needed to move on to another chapter. And that's exactly what happened. You know, the people from volunteer who'd started to commune in the area, and that was what I originally wanted to come here to do. But then I found out 10 minutes down the road from my house, there was someone who was building a community, a commune, you know, and I was like, wow, what's going on here? Manifestation or what?
Yeah. So it's just following the flow. So if you guys are still working in your 3D job, or if you guys left it or aren't working, there's a reason and there's a place for you here. You just have to feel with your heart why and ask, why am I here? Are you there to help somebody get out and see yourself, like see the energy around you and to know what you don't want so you can manifest what you do? Possibly. I had to do that. I went through so many different emotions. I'm like, I don't want this. I don't want to be around these kind of energies. With all the stuff I didn't want, once I got out, which I had to get out of what's comfortable. I got a job that actually had everything that I manifested that I did not, everything that I wanted and not wanted. So, and then after that, it's like, okay, I helped who I needed to help here. I did my job here. Now it was just becoming a job. I'm answering the phones, I'm biting. They're like, what are you doing? You're so happy, blah, blah, blah. What are you doing there? So it's time to move on with purpose. We have to continue to move with purpose, move with flow. And that's what we're doing too. I mean, and we don't always know, guys, like it's ups and downs too. It's like energies, like we meet people up and down, up and down. And then our emotions when we're around energies, like the beach party was so much fun, but you could go to another part of the island and it's not flowing right. So you have to know the flow. It's amazing.
Yeah. And tell her what happened before the beach party. Come on, we're all human.
The beach party.
Yeah, what happened before? You were a bit stroppy, didn't you?
Yeah. So before the beach party, I was not feeling the beach party. I did not. I'm like, I don't want to be around any negativity. I have to keep my vibration up. It takes a lot for me to heal, to not heal, to clear out these days. And if you guys, I know you guys are with me when incense isn't going to cut it. Clearing your energy is going to take a lot longer. Meditation's a lot longer. Some of you don't meditate, so it's like, just releasing. And I was like, I don't want to put myself at a beach party and around people that I'm thinking in my mind's eye, negativity, gossip, bullshit, drunk people. None of that stuff that called to me. Shram's like, let's just go. We're not going for the other people. We're going for the experience and the fun.
Healing and what we're doing. Because I organised it, there was only a handful of people going with us.
Yeah.
It was a kind of a gathering of people who needed this moment of time.
Yeah.
So it made and it worked in abundance. We all had fun. We was all covering ourselves up with clay. And it was exciting. It was like going back to childhood times. There was no There was nothing not needed. Everything was perfect.
Here's a picture of Shahram and Romeo. You should kind of see it.
Going back to the same circles as we were before in our previous lives. So
Great friends.
We're bringing back the healing ways, what it's supposed to be, and that's gathering in good numbers and with good wanting frequency, and that's what we should be doing every day. Well, not every day, but at least once a week.
Me and Shahram having fun, sharing you guys, sharing the life with you. And yeah, so guys, this is my first out, and I'm like, no way, I'm not going out. You crazy? But I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did, and that's what I love about Shahram. Because I would normally be like, no, I'm not. And he
must say good space.
Yeah, and he convinced me, and I'm glad he did, because it was an amazing time. We had fun with a lot of people. We were dancing. It was sober dancing, having fun, moving in the water. And there's this kid, guys, that he had to have been like 6. And as we were dancing, he'd go, he's all the way over there, but he'd go under the water, and he'd come up and he'd look at us. There's like 5 of us, and we're over here like in a circle, water's up to here, and we're just like, hey, because the music's going. And that kid was like, and he kept getting closer and closer to the circle. And then his dad's like, hey, quit flirting. Fun times. So get out of what feels comfortable. Get out of what feels comfortable. Have faith that your job, if you're not feeling it and you haven't been feeling it for a while, there is better out there. And there's a lot of jobs out there right now because there's a lot of people that don't want to work. Find your creativity and know that you can manifest your own business. You could do it. How? Just know it can happen. Don't even think about the how. Think about the what would you do? Imagine having your own business. What would you do? And if your answer is I don't know, this is a great way to go find out what sparks your creativity, because once you spark your creativity, you're going to be more and more activated. Crazy. Why didn't we learn this in school? Why didn't we learn this is a way of healing? This is a way of learning about ourselves, not about what other people want us to learn, not to thrive for other people.
What's coming out? You get schools open worldwide. We're doing more nature-based and person-based projects, and it's really nice. It's beautiful to see this shift in people to recognize what is important as a human race. It's not just happening in little countries, it's happening worldwide. This is why the frequency of the planet is, changing. It's all changing now because we're going to be living a beautiful life, every single one of us.
We are. We're clearing a lot of old shit out, not only for ourselves, but the collective, and we begin to ascend into a lighter body, like a lighter body. Guys, clear your energy. I'll meditate. You know what I do? I warm up my hand. I warm up my hand religiously in the morning, and I call in heart. Let go of what no longer serves me. And even just warming up your hands and doing this, guys, make sure your hands are hot. You will keep the heat and know that you're healing. You are releasing what no longer serves you. And I can feel it already. I feel the love. I feel the love. I feel the light, and I can feel the heat. So, and if not that, remember what I. The way you pump it out, we don't see that. We don't put that out. Better you will. And remember when you remove, you must add in, right? So you clear it out, you warm up your hands with intention, and then you add light, whatever color you want. Add light in and love and good emotion feeling, and it will help you. What else? Oh, we've been seeing some extraterrestrial activity outside, haven't you? I say we, and then I'm like, you.
Yeah, forever. It's always happened. It's always been in my life. I've always believed that I've been like a kind of what's it, experiment, sorry, that word. I've been watched. I've always had extraterrestrials. I don't say that because I heard that's not. I don't like that.
I can't remember the other word.
Space. Anyway, there is other life forms from other planets or even within our planet have always been contacted with me one way or another. It ain't those or ships on top of the house. It ain't them coming towards me in a field and coming towards me on the bottom of my bed. So, you know, I've had many experiences around this phenomenon, what the world is going through. But I have a lot of theories in my mind and I have a lot of beliefs that I think is basically the way it is. But I can't share it with you guys yet because it's not ready and I need to process it. And but in time in the future, yeah, definitely there'll be a time where I'll be able to put down my theories and then put the evidence with the theories and show you it was not a theory, it was a truth. You know, so yeah.
All I know is that we did see certain things lay out and we could see it right back here at night, that dark. And he'll I'm just looking up, staring, and I'll see movement. But then he'll be like, look over there, and we'll see a light flash. Or we'll see stars not drop, fall. Stars go up, like they're shooting up. And I'm like, huh. And he'll see, look over there. He can see, how many of you guys experienced that? Have you guys looked up in the stars? I know a lot of you are from different locations. Some of you don't have access to seeing like the dark sky. Oh my goodness, it's powerful. There's a lot of activity, a lot of movement.
Especially this year.
Yeah, they're not planes. They do some weird stuff. Some of them move. Just watch them. Some of them they move like this, and like that. And then, some blink here, and then they blink over here. I think that they're doing some kind of Morse code. They're speaking.
Yeah,
That's what I was thinking.
They are. And as well, you got to remember the Russians. A long time ago, they done a book. They made a book, and it was 56 different races on the planet. And these booklets were given to all police officers, hospitals, doctors, nurses, all the people who are there to, well, first point of view, you know, you call for a
First
problem.
contact.
Yeah, so
yeah,
all these people got broadcasted this book, and I forgot what it's called, the TGB Book of 56 Races. I think it's called that anyway. Look it up anyway. But and it goes page by page, and it tells you all the different species of entities what have been visiting the planet. And it's just like, whoa, what's going on here? When I first found this out about 20 years ago, I was like, wow, this is some next level. Everyone's got to know about it. But no one was on that level, you know. People still see me as a kind of outsider, you know. I'm seeing things from outside, and they're like, Shah, oh, here we go again. Shah's going off on one, you know. So it's like kind of, nah, now I'm loving it because everyone's in that frequency I was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay, so, you know, I knew I had to talk and tell people and say things in certain ways at certain times.
Because you were before that, we were limited with our friends too, because we didn't have like YouTube, we didn't have Facebook, we didn't have, you know, where we could share our experiences with our neighbor's friends, our family members. But now we can reach out to you guys, and you guys can reach out to us. You know, we can really share experiences and soul tribe. We are really connecting with soul tribe. And I love all your comments and stuff. Shahram wants to do, or is going to be doing. I feel it. Just talking about extraterrestrial. I mean, that's your thing.
Everything, it ain't just extraterrestrials. It's life. Life is my thing. But I think it's because we've been made. Okay, sorry for all you religious people out there, but We have been made. Okay, no, even in the Bible, in the Quran, and other religious books saying we were made from God's image, you know. So, but you look deeper into it, and it's just going on and on and on. We're going to share some links or some videos you guys could look on and do your own research. But yeah, I think it's definitely that they're our creators one way or another.
Yeah,
you know?
we have one different. The craziness that's going on. That's about. So if you guys need and even if you don't have and let's share. Do a podcast. Share about what you've experienced, even if it's crazy and you've never told anybody. There's got to be some type of synchronicity here, you know. So I know this is a place of healing, a place of learning, expressing our truth, ourselves, and growing and ascending. So it's very much home. Very much home, and I am so thankful that you guys are here and joining this time with us. And we're just glad to be a part of your life and a part of this mission here as we're like, what's going on? I've been having visions, guys.
Yeah. A lot.
I've been getting activated. I'm like, is this upload? Am I activating? I'm getting downloads, uploads, everything. In my sleep, I'm getting visions. I'm hearing places to go. And then I go there. So much. I'll post the video that I did at one of the churches. So the church that whenever I go, or we go and do church, light language and stuff, remember, it's not about religion. It's about the space that we use, the sacred space. Are built on sacred, what is it?
Temples, Minoan. Temples, or even pre-Minoan before, you know. So, as you know, all churches around the world are all on powerful ley lines. Yeah. And they have all been built on top of something that was there before, because it enhanced that energy. So, yeah.
Oh my God. There's so much here. There's no church. Now there's those things. Those windmill things. Where the rooms are.
The giant, the power windmills, you know, the electric, the big massive ones.
Why is that there? I don't know.
Because they just around the corner, not far, near Paquiamos, it's a village just around the corner. There was a huge temple there, what they were rediscovering. There was a big uproar, but some mysterious way they managed to get the go-ahead, so they get to build these massive electronic,
I don't know. It doesn't seem right to me.
Oh, yeah. Hide the evidence, just like everything else.
Yeah. So when we go to the temple and stuff like that, I don't know, I can channel a song, a message, I know I'm clearing. I know I'm clearing the land. Yeah. And then I get a message sometimes, and then I start feeling a certain way. So like lots of activation happening, guys. If you are feeling activation, let me know what you're feeling. You know, I'm no longer feeling nausea. Like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I was feeling like nausea, irritation. Like 4 weeks ago, I was feeling always tired, very, very tired 4 weeks ago. I'm no longer in that. So a lot of clearing. I don't even know. Just hang in there. See things for what they are. Your heart, third eye, feel into it.
Anyone.
No, for anyone. Do things that make you happy and will all fall into place. Yeah. There's always going to be something better and better. Remember this: whenever you leave a job, make sure you're leaving with in your heart, not because that's a wrong kind of energy. You want to be like, you know what? Because you're going to still have to clear the anger. You want to leave at zero, no emotion. Like, not for me. No better is coming. Yeah, because that's going to be your upgrade. If you're still feeling angry about the job, you're going to have to clear out the root of it. Is it your boss that makes you angry? Is it because your boss is giving favoritism to other people? Is it because your boss is not making Judy do what you're doing and you're doing more work and she's getting paid more? Go deeper, go deeper. So those qualities right there, it's because you're feeling mistreated. You're not feeling valued. That right there, oh, that's what it is. It's not about what these people are doing. It's how it's targeting you in an emotion. And then once you know that emotion of not feeling, you're getting taken for granted. It's like, oh, I want somebody. Then you go deeper. You're like, I want a place where they appreciate me. I go to work or I go to this place and I have a smile and people love me and they're just good. They're just happy. We help each other. You see the vibration change just even talking about it? So I send you guys so much love and light and know you've got it no matter what part of life you're at. We're all doing it together. We're raising our frequency. We're learning. And know this. We still go through the trials and tribulations of the ups and downs of the roller coasters of why are we here? What are we doing? Feeling lack, feeling, these different emotions still. So, and they're intense. I just know how to handle them better. I just know how to clear them immediately, like we were talking about it. We don't let them linger.
Yeah, never. No, never let anything linger.
Yeah. Breathing is a long breathing. I love you guys so much. Thank you for hanging in there. If you guys are still here, you guys are full of so much love. I love you guys so much. Email us if you want to share your story about your experience.
Yeah, definitely.
Or even you can email your experience. Or you can even just record it and we'll put it on here.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah. And we could be like, whoa. And we could kind of give you I don't really know much about it. Like what it can be. It's time for us to just share our stories and be the one. So.
Knowledge is the key, share. That's what we've got to do. So let's share.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We send you guys lots of love and light. Soon. Stay tuned. Who knows what we're going to talk about next time.